I'm on a dating journey because I do want to be a wife and have a family one day. But I want to address the "something must be wrong with you" comments and explain why there is nothing wrong with me. There's nothing that could make me
believe that I'm the problem.
Captain, I believe we found the problem.
We've identified the problem.
It's a wrap. I know.
I posted a video that I got broken up with, and I got a couple comments of people saying that I must be the problem because none of my relationships work out. For context, I am a single mother. I'm 27 and I'm a content creator, so I share my life. So people on my page have seen me go through now 2 relationships. I don't like to talk about the first one though, so we're just gonna focus on the one. But again, I'm on a dating journey because I do want to be a wife and have a family one day. But I want to address the "something must be wrong with you" comments and explain why there is nothing wrong with me. And this is going to be a great message for young women and even older women who are trying to discover themselves and trying to date again.
27, single mother, posts about her relationship, says she wants to be married, yet doesn't think that she contributes as to the reason why men break up with her. Let's proceed.
I consider myself a subjectively beautiful woman, and I am successful. In a circumstance such as my life, that is extremely intimidating for a man.
Here we go.
I'm speaking to myself for a second, and then I'm going to talk about how you can apply this to you. I pay all of my own bills. I buy nice clothes for myself. I travel. I take care of my son by myself. I run the household by myself. Looking at these things as a whole, a man cannot come into the picture and only provide financial stability because I provide that for myself. I'm a single mother. I take care of my son, so I provide protection for my family, my household.
What should a man provide?
So the protection from a man and the financial stability from a man does nothing for me. Do I want that? Of course. But I don't need it because I'm surviving and living very comfortably on my own without it. So as a man, when you look at a woman of my caliber, you have to be well in tune with yourself. You have to know how to communicate. You have to be very emotionally aware of yourself. You have to actually provide value to my life.
The reason why I'm laughing is twofold. On one side of the coin, I always find it hilarious when you see women talk about that they don't need a man for protection because they can protect themselves. More often than not, they always say these things until something goes wrong, till a man is actually needed, until there's a bump in the night. And the second is because when these women talk, first of all, it comes from an egotistical, an egomaniac perspective, as if because of your career accolades and how much money that you make in a bank, that makes you better form suited for a man that can do as much as you. Congratulations, ma'am. You've created yourself into the best man in the form of yourself, except for that you're a woman and a single mother. You're creating a barrier to entry for a man to participate in without even knowing it.
Because with all of the qualities that I have, of course, a man would look at that and know that I could provide value, especially a man who desires a family. But a woman such as myself is going to bring out insecurity in a man who has not the ability to connect with himself emotionally, not the ability to communicate, and
we're insecure
not really anything to provide other than if he has a good job and makes good money and can pay for stuff.
There's no space for a man.
And a lot of the times men will just settle for women who are pretty but don't have anything to offer because that woman is going to still take care of the household, still take care of the kids, and be cool with them providing financially because that woman's not doing anything else in her life outside of that. That's zero shade to the woman. I'm not shading anybody in this at all. But in my situation, I've been forced to be in this grind mode, forced to be in a position where I am playing every single role.
Imagine making the active decision to having a child and now complaining that you were forced into your situation. Nobody forced you, ma'am. These were your decisions. The cope, even through the subtle demonstrations, through the vocabulary that you choose to use, demonstrate headache, not taking accountability, and conflict. Men love their peace. I don't see you being able to provide that. By the way, I took a look at her Instagram, especially after you said that insecure comment, and I was right. Never ceases to fail that these women that will say men are insecure are the same ones that will put their naked ass body up on the internet for public consumption. Insecure, you say? Well, what can you give a man that you have not previously given the internet? Or what can you give a man that you have not previously given to another man? Proclaiming that you cannot take accountability for being at least somewhat responsible for your dating issues, while also calling men insecure, while also posting up Photos like that is absolutely diabolical work. I love going over videos like this because it is clear to me components of the issue, and I really don't think women with mindsets like this are accountable enough to hold up the mirror and understand where the BS can be coming from. Let's proceed.
And that's just my life and how it is at the moment. And so men just don't like that. And this is not for all men, because there are good men out there that are strong within themselves, that are very emotionally aware, that are intelligent, that can communicate.
They're
have
strong.
All the things. A lot of them are in relationships.
They're strong. They accept those ass photos up on the internet. They accept the single mama behavior. They accept that I am never to be held responsible. They accept my ego, my Super Saiyan ego. Those are good men right there. Those are real men.
But traditionally, men want to have some type of power. They want to be the leader. They want to be up here. And when I'm also up here, it's not good for them. They don't like that. They don't feel like a man. That's just for like the weak-minded ones. A real man, in my opinion, would look at a woman like me and be so in awe and want to connect with me and want to live in such togetherness with somebody who's on the same level as them.
By the way, if it was a man that was doing this, like, let's just say for a quick second, someone please find me a video of a man doing the exact same thing as what she's doing. Please, I'd love to be able to review it. My guess is it's going to be extremely hard to find because masculine men don't move this way. This is cringy. Talking about how good of a catch that you are while demonstrating no humility, multiplied with a neck tattoo to the single mother power is just crazy to me. When men are successful, they generally go for character and beauty. When women are successful, they create minimum requirements for men to beat where they are at in life.
So I really encourage you, if you are a woman who's struggling to date, please pour into yourself, become the best version of yourself, and actually make these men step up to provide some value to you. Like, they need to be a good person. They need to know how to talk, because a lot of relational issues lie in the fact that men do not want to work on themselves. They don't want to have that emotional intelligence. They don't want to have that strong communication. When you're operating at your highest self, you will one day meet somebody who is also operating at their highest self. So I would just never settle. And financial stability is not enough. Please, it's not enough. I've poured so much into myself and making sure that I'm the best version of myself. So there's nothing that could make me believe that I'm the problem.
There's nothing that could make me believe that I'm the problem.
Captain, I believe we found the problem.
We've identified the problem.
Nobody's perfect in a situation. I'm not saying that. There's issues that arise. I mean, even in the healthiest of relationships, we're humans. But I look at dating in the sense of if something doesn't work out, whether it's me that ends the relationship, if it's the other party that ends the relationship, we're just not meant to be together. And that's okay. I said this in my last video. Nothing has to be wrong with you. Nothing has to be wrong with the other person. If things don't work out, then it just wasn't meant to work out.
Imagine being a masculine private man and dating a young lady with a social media profile. Well, she'll get up on there if the relationship goes wrong to air out your bullshit, while also exclaiming that because I've built myself up so far, I refuse to be the problem. I will never be held accountable, ever. It is never me. It's always those goddamn men. They don't know how to goddamn communicate. By the way, I think the issue when a lot of women say that men don't know how to communicate is that women's communication style is often dictated by how they communicate with other women without an acknowledgement that perhaps men communicate different. How about you stop trying to fit a square peg into a round hole and figure out intelligently another way to get a guy to open up to you instead of having an expectation that he's going to communicate to you like a woman. Let's finish up.
So don't let your time of singleness make you believe that something's wrong with you or that you should settle, because that's never the case. That's never the case. Take this as opportunity to pour into yourself, to pour into your faith, whatever faith that you practice. Pour into your friends, pour into your hobbies. Whatever effort and energy you pour into yourself is exactly what you're going to get back. And it may not happen in the timeline that you want, but it will happen eventually.
Yeah, maybe not. And I think that maybe not should be taken extremely seriously in order to find out what components of your behavior or your personality is either A, creating a barrier to entry that a man doesn't want to step through, or B, devaluing the purpose of a man within your life, because creating this astronomical barrier to entry depending upon what you look like or your career accolades, while also devaluing a man's role, provision, protection, leaves no room for a man. You are posturing, what can you as a man bring to my table? Meanwhile, your table, from the relationship or dating marketplace perspective, is made out of one-ply toilet paper. Of the income level that you require, how many of them truly are going to accept this? Truly gonna accept your arrogance? Baby girl, at the end of the day, I wish you well when it comes to creating a new family. But again, humility will go a long way. Valuable men are repulsed by egotistical attitudes. Feminism will give you a high five and a medal for all of your achievements and being able to put your hindquarters bare-assed up on the internet to make money. Shit, they might actually give you a medal. But of the type of men that you want, what is it that they want? And since you're a content creator, I'll put it in content creator terms. Your CTR, because of your aesthetics, will be high, right? Better thumbnails, better CTR, but your retention will be short-lived. All right, guys, that's when we'll leave this particular piece of content right here. Drop me a line down below. Do you guys agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Drop me something down below so we can have a conversation about it. Last but not least, my G's out there, join my men's self-development community. Listen, if you go take a look at my community chat posts, I begin to share some testimonials up there as well as some other education stuff, mostly from a financial perspective. If interested, click the link down below to beam up to see all the things that are in store, and I will see you soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.